She's not she's not overweight. She is feminine, or she appears to be feminine. She came on here. She looks presentable. Not only that, but she wore a dress. She is feminine, and she's childless. Here's the things that you got to watch out for, because you need to find out how submissive she is. Her background suggests that she is a submissive woman because she has a religious background. That's questionable though, because she was married already and got divorced. Same thing with is she cooperative? Again, if she was cooperative and submissive, what are the chances that she would have gotten divorced in a religious setting? The church does not frowns upon divorce, but yet she went through it. But that's what she led with, though. So something is going on there. It requires more information. Like,
How does that work? I think if anything blows my mind more, it's that. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's see who's over here, y'all. Hello?
Hi, Kendra.
Hey, baby.
I'm shy, so bear with me, okay?
You're shy. What's your name? Your name is Melanie?
Erin. Yeah.
Oh,
Melanie.
Aaron.
Mhm.
Aaron. Where are you calling us from, Aaron?
I'm from the Inland Empire, California.
The what?
Inland Empire, like the IE.
What you said, the state is California?
Hmm.
California. How old are you, Aaron?
I'm 26.
26. What do you do for a living, love?
Property management, and I am an entrepreneur.
Management, entrepreneur. You have any children?
No, I have no kids.
No kids. You said that with a badge of honor. What is
I
your
know. I mean, I want kids one day, but I just don't have any right now.
No problem. Aaron, it's not a huge problem, but can you bring the camera up so we could be
Yeah.
like kind of side by side? All
Yeah,
right,
I got
good.
a big forehead, so I'm like trying to cover my little 5 head. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. What is your zodiac sign?
I'm a Libra.
A Libra. So this is Aaron, California, 26, Libra, property manager, entrepreneur, no kids. What kind of man you looking for, baby?
Tall, because I'm pretty tall. I'm 5'8.5".
5'8".
Prefer no kids. Believes in God. Goes to church preferably, or at least have the desire to want to go to church with me. Kind, emotionally intelligent, marriage minded. I really don't have a preference in race. Yeah, I'm pretty much open.
She's pretty much open.
Hmm.
Let's see. What's your deal breakers?
Abusive for sure. Um, doesn't have a plan. Um, Cheaters. That's a big one.
Cheaters.
Yeah.
Okay. Does he have to look a certain way?
No, just prefer you to be tall so I
Okay,
can
just
work
one.
it.
All
Yeah.
right. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
No, just financially stable. Like, because I want to get married, I want to have kids, and I don't want to work while I'm pregnant. So that's like my biggest thing. I just want you to be able to take care of us while I'm pregnant, and yeah. So enough money.
okay, I keep hearing weird sound effects. I don't know what that is. I'm starting to think it's audio from the video. I'm not sure, but it's starting to get annoying though. Now, this woman so far has said that she's a property manager. I wrote down that she's a church girl. Here's the thing: you have to be careful with church girls. Why do I say that? Because women who tell you that he's got to go to church and all this other stuff, okay, then that means that you should be going to your pastor, not a lady who's a media personality on YouTube to help you find. Because she says she wants a man who's marriage minded. You should be going to your pastor to help you find a man who is marriageable. Especially since you said you want him in the church. Okay, well, then why are you not going to the pastor to help you vet that man instead of going to a woman who's who's a media personality? That doesn't. So you got to be careful about that because something's not lining up here. But let's keep going.
I need to do that.
Enough money to do that. Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Did she say she lives in California? Uh, the reason I asked is because she was very vague about the income thing. But you want a guy who's going because you don't want to work during your pregnancy, and you're expecting him to provide. That that's not telling us anything. The reason I say this is because, so my previous career, I used to work in financial services, and after sitting down with over 500 families, what I can tell you is that women don't know numbers like that. They can be that vague stuff that she just gave. Gentlemen, if you run across a woman like that, you need to tread lightly, because in an instant they can switch it up on you. That sounds like she's very cooperative, right? She's willing to work with you, but unless women are giving you specific parameters, that's just a bunch of, they're just talking. So you got to, so the part of your vetting process when you're getting to know her, you need to find out how realistic she is about these things. Because if she is like most women, she has a certain, she doesn't know numbers like that. That's why she hasn't said any. What she's going to go by is how she feels in the moment. And that can be very dangerous, because by the time that you're in it that deep to where she is pregnant, you may have a situation on your hands because you're not making enough money, because you're not providing a lifestyle that she didn't even know she wanted. So you got to be careful with that. It's not necessarily a deal breaker, but it is something to keep an eye on, because again, I always say relationships are about balance. So if she's going to provide enough balance to where, okay, I can work this, it's willing for me to work it out and go through to find out more information, then there you go. But if she can't, then you need to keep that in mind. There are 2 women at my job, 6 months pregnant, working. Granted, it's a desk job, but they're still working. Most women do that. That's why I say you got to be careful about that, because when she said that, it's like, the eyebrow sticks up, because again, most people can't afford for the wife not to work. That's just the average. That's cost of living. Unless you move into a rural area where the guy, it can still be the breadwinner. And this is important. I need to say this. Being the breadwinner is an income equation. It's not, you don't have to be ultra rich to do that. For instance, if you, like, again, you live in a small city or town, right? But you make, let me get the calculator here for a second, because I do these because I know the numbers for Georgia, because that's where I live at, right? So the average man makes 37, the average woman makes 26. So if you live in a small town where you're making 60, your wife may not have to work. As a matter of fact, she probably doesn't. She's taking care of the kids and taking care of the home. But you don't make a lot. But again, you don't make a lot of money though, right? Because 60K is more than average, right? But if you're depending on what city you're in, or depending on where we're having this conversation at, that's not a lot of money. But it is in certain areas. So I think we need to move away from this misconception that he has to make $90,000 a year so I don't have to work. No, that's not true. You just need to make certain lifestyle choices that are going to be, you need to make some hard decisions and find out what's important to you. Well, I don't want to work. Okay, y'all might be living in a 2-bedroom apartment. But, as long as you're willing to deal with the fact that you're not working, you don't have to work, and you're able to stay home with your child, or even be a housewife. You may not even have kids. As long as you're willing to accept the lifestyle that comes with that, then that's fine. Most women aren't, though. That's why most women want to work. But like I said, it is doable. So let's keep going.
Oh, you look good.
I work out a little bit.
Okay. What is your age range, honey? You're 26.
I would prefer like 29 to like 35.
29 to 35. Does he have to be in California?
Preferably, but I'm also based out of Texas as well.
Crypto Paradox says, I know a girl that's still unhappy not having to work. Yeah, I mean, having a stay-at-home woman is not necessarily like that doesn't grant you happiness, you know. So, but again, most women don't want to be stay-at-home. Most women prefer to work. Most of the time, it's because they're raised to believe that income. We've raised our daughters to believe that a man should lead with his money, and that's where all his power comes from. Again, this is why I tell you guys is you need to lead with the dime: self-discipline, integrity, morals, and ethics. Because when you lead with that, it's very clear who is the head of the household and why. Because when you lead with your money, the minute you don't have it, what do you think's going to happen? I mean, you may be able to survive that, but if that's what you're leading with, and all of a sudden you don't have that anymore, then you leave yourself open to all kinds of stuff. That's why I say that. But especially if you have higher education. Yeah, see, let's keep going. Because she was about to say something very interesting, so I actually want to back up a little bit. Whoa, too far.
Oh, you look good.
I work out a little bit.
Okay. What is your age range, honey? You're 26.
I would prefer like 29 to like 35.
29 to 35. Does he have to be in California?
Preferably, but I'm also based out of Texas as well. So I do a lot of business in Texas. So if he's in the Dallas area, that's cool too.
Okay. Could he have kids already?
I would prefer no, but just depending on what the situation is with the mom, maybe.
Okay. When is your last relationship, Aaron?
I was in a 3-year relationship that ended in February.
Okay, you don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask.
Wait. Y'all were together for 3 years, and she's 26. Was that her? Was that supposed to be her husband? I mean, 3 years together. That probably should have been her husband. We definitely would need to hear more about that, because that's right in the age range. I mean, and you were with this man for 3 years, so clearly you guys are melding your lifestyles together. So I would actually want to know what happened with that. And she just asked her the sex question, so there's no right answer to this question.
When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
February.
Okay. What are 3 flaws you think you have to work on?
I am impatient. Working on that. Impulsive sometimes. Sometimes I'll just be like, yeah, calm down. Like, so I'm trying to work on that. I can be petty. Like, if I'm getting petty energy, I'll throw it right back. And I'm trying not to match energies. I'm trying to be a little bit more high vibrational, but sometimes I can meet you there. I'm trying to be better about it, but yeah.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I believe that I am very kind. I believe that anybody would be lucky to be with me because I can cook really well.
What is that noise?
My dad says I'm a great cook.
Your dad, okay.
I'm empathetic. I love people. I just have a big heart.
Be mindful of women who tell you they're empathetic. Most women are not empathetic to men. I think she's sympathetic. I don't think empathetic means that you're understanding the male perspective. I don't think that's her. Well, I can't confirm or deny it, but because you're not asking the right questions. I'm just going off what applies to most women. Most women are not empathetic of men. Most women have no knowledge of the male experience. Let's keep going though. Oh wait, Crypto Paradox says, I think social media and this instant gratification generation has ruined dating, making a brother feel burnt out. Uh, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. Because if you turn social media off, again, it does have an off button. You can't log out of it. Like, would that change anything? I don't think it's social media. I think it's the way we raise our kids. I think that has more to do with it than logging into Instagram and seeing all the instant gratifications. I get where you're coming from, but here's the problem though. The need for that gratification came from somewhere. So Chris says, I think it's her stream. You talking about the noise? Yeah, I agree, because Kendra's stuff wasn't making this noise before. So let's just get through this, because I don't want to stay here too long.
And I don't think I look too bad either. So yeah.
Okay, you are a pretty woman. This is Erin, California, 26, Libra, property manager, entrepreneur, no kids. And you want a marriage-minded man, you said, I believe, right?
Yes. I was married before. And
Whoa!
I totally skipped that. When did you get divorced?
In 2020.
When did you get married? How old were you?
I was 20.
How long did you stay married for?
2 years.
2 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, so she got married when she was 20, got divorced at 23, and then was immediately in a 3-year relationship? Is that right? Huh. That changes everything. Okay. So, and here's why. The 6 categories: fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, childless. That applies to women who are, Crypto Paradox says, you're very wise, brother. You should be top 5 in the game with your content. Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot. But the fact that this woman was married first, the categories they have less value. It's more importantly about, we need to know what happened with her marriage. And most importantly, what did she learn from that experience? Because the things that, you know what, let's keep going, because I'll save it for the summary.
What did you learn from that marriage?
Oh, great. Great question.
In my opinion, I feel like getting married young is not the best idea, because you don't really know yourself. And so you're still figuring out yourself as this person.
No. She's not getting off that easy. That's a bunch of BS. What she's really saying is, I'm immature. It's not about age. It's that your parents did not raise you to be mature enough to handle a marriage at that age. This is why I say we need to do a better job of raising our kids, because they're underdeveloped with relationship skills and working in cooperation with one another. She just said it. Oh, I was too young. No, you were too immature. That's what that means. And we need to start being honest with people, because women say this a lot, but we need to put some earnest on some. We need to put some men. Some of the blame needs to go to men too, because we are not raising husbands. The guys are too young too. It's just like this whole narrative about, well, guys need time to get everything together. No, that's a bunch of BS, because most women are willing to work with you when you meet them young enough. Most women are willing to build with you. It's not until they get run through the meat grinder with guys who are not interested in long-term relationships, to where they get ran through, and then they want a guy who's ready-made, because they don't think it's worth it to build with a guy. That's where that sentiment comes from. This is why I was talking about earlier about the social media thing. No, it's the way we raise our kids. We're not raising them to work in cooperation with one another. See, that's going to be a bigger thing, because social media could go away tomorrow, but we're still going to have the same problems. So that's why I said that. But I did stop this, because this whole narrative about, about we need to push marriage back. No, because that comes with a whole nother set of problems. Case in point, the average age of marriage in our community is over 30. And then that creates more problems because now you're up against high risk pregnancy. Remember, the reason why most men want marriage is so they can have a family to build a legacy. But if you're waiting till you're after 30 to get married, then you guys don't have any time to build a proper foundation to support the stress that comes with adding kids to the family. This is why I say the average age of marriage, we need to get it down to about 25, because then you have time to build the foundation. You and your spouse have time to get to know each other, to work out the dynamics of the marriage, to work out the roles of who's going to be doing what. This is why I say, if you want the guy to be the breadwinner, okay, well, great. Now he's at the beginning of his career. Now you can help him focus on building a career where he's going to meet the income requirement to support both of you guys, right? The other thing that comes with that is that I get it. A lot of men and women are afraid of getting married at that time. But then this is also why I say we need to fix the vetting process. Because if the vetting process is fixed and we can get rid of that fear of you marrying the wrong person, or we can help reduce that fear. You see where this is going? And again, we do a better job of raising our kids so that they're at the point where 25, where they can work in cooperation, where they are wives and husbands, and they just need to find each other. And then, look, I don't want to keep going on that because there are four major problems in our community, and I'm gonna get back to it after this. The way we raise our kids, the vetting process is broken. Our concept of marriage and finances. The last topic, even though it's part of my channel, I don't spend much time on it because if we can't simultaneously work on work solutions for the first three, the last one won't matter. Because again, as the average man does not make enough income to make it to the end of life through retirement. That means finances are the wasted conversation if we can't work out the other three issues. If you want more finance content, there is a playlist on my page. You can go through. There is a money playlist. You can go through that and get some of the some of the goodies that are in there. But I'm holding back a lot of the money videos because we have other problems that take precedent. But let's keep going.
And you guys are trying to figure things out together, and sometimes life gets the best of you. And I would never wish an ugly divorce on anybody. And I had an ugly divorce, so.
Okay. But you want to get married again?
I do. My dad and my mom have been together almost 30 years, and I've seen that pillar of love, and I'm just like, I see the way my dad treats my mom, and I'm like, oh, I want that. So I have this fantasy of marriage in my head, but I'm also very practical because I've been through it. So.
Fair enough. All right, let's do it. Aaron, California, how can the guy reach out to you?
My Instagram _MelanieB. Yeah.
So, is she marriageable is the question. Her Instagram set to private. That's why I didn't pull it up. Is she marriageable? This is a good one. Because like I said, she's already been married. So there are going to be some red flags here. And it's mostly, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it. She's not overweight. She is feminine, or she appears to be feminine. She came on here. She looks presentable. Not only that, but she wore a dress. She is feminine, and she's childless. I mean, yeah, she's marriageable. Here's the things that you got to watch out for, because you need to find out how submissive she is. Her background suggests that she is a submissive woman because she has a religious background. That's questionable, though, because she was married already and got divorced. Same thing with is she cooperative? Again, if she was cooperative and submissive, what are the chances that she would have gotten divorced in a religious setting? The church frowns upon divorce, but yet she went through it. But that's what she led with, though. So something is going on there. It requires more information. Like I said, she is marriageable. If your categories are fit, feminine, and childless, you might have something here. I would just say you need to during the vetting process, you need to find out about her level of submissiveness, or submission, and how much she's actually willing to cooperate with you. Because the main on Kendra's show, the main the biggest hint to a woman who's cooperative is usually the finance question about how much money does the guy need to make, and if they're willing to work with the majority of men out there. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go marry an average man, but are you willing to work with someone? And we don't know that because if she hadn't have been married, then I would say it is possible. But because she was married, that makes you wonder why the marriage ended. And she mentioned about being impulsive and a couple other things that were enough to me to say, okay, hold on here. If you guys want to go back and rewatch this one, if this is the type of woman that you are interested in, I would suggest you go back and listen to her flaws again, what she thinks, why she thinks she's single, or what's the 3 things she needs to work on. Because it's a good possibility that whatever those things are, those are the reasons why she got divorced. And you just have to figure out, is it going to be worth it? But I'm going to be honest with you. This woman is attractive. And in order for you as an average man to marry a woman who is this attractive, remember, she's in shape, she's slim, she's tall, she didn't have any kids at 26, there's going to be some give. You're going to have to, that equation has to be balanced. So it could be either way. So I would say she is marriageable. And we're just going to leave it at that. But there are some things that you need to watch out for.